Paul Pierce, Jalen Rose, Chauncey Billups. My name is Michelle. Last night we saw a home court win streak snapped as the Rockets stunned the Warriors. And we'll dive deep into that a little bit later. But first, we got to start with a home court win that's still intact. We got a streak going, ladies and gentlemen. Boston has struggled on the road this postseason, but they are a perfect 9-0 at home at TD Garden. A 10th win would tie an NBA record for most consecutive home postseason victories. But the Celtics know they can't rely solely on the energy of the crowd.
It's exciting to be able to compete at this level. You know, certainly in this venue in front of our fans. At the same time, we have a job to do once we get between those lines.
We're comfortable at home. You know, playing on the road, somebody else's environment, a hostile environment, it's hard, it's tough for anybody, you know, but we got to find a way to do it.
Chauncey, we'll start with you here. Who do you trust more tonight, LeBron or the Celtics at home?
I trust the guy that's been there before, that's done it a lot of times. LeBron James,
a lot
best
of
player in the world. Yeah, he's been in this position a lot. Game fives.
What you mean?
Oh, wow,
he's lost the last three. He's lost the last 3 game fives versus the Boston Celtics. What you mean?
Versus the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, he's lost the last 3 game fives.
Played against.
Well, that's where he got to go tonight. He got to go to the Boston Celtics.
Are you kidding me? I'm going with the best player in the world and the champion. How many champions on your roster, Paul?
We got.
All right, that's what I thought. Next question.
We got one not playing. He's not playing. He hasn't won a game 5 in Boston. I mean, come on now. It has to be the Garden. I mean, that is a special place. There's very few arenas in the league to where you're like, we're going there to play, and you feel kind of intimidated by playing in there. And
LeBron
the Boston
James is not going to feel intimidated by.
No, of course he's not.
Celtics.
LeBron won't. Of course he won't.
That's the question, Paul. It's LeBron James or the Celtics.
Look at LeBron turns the ball over 8-9 times every time he comes to the Boston Garden. Every time he comes to the Boston Garden. I mean, of course you got to trust LeBron, but I don't trust the rest of his teammates. That's the key.
So you're going with LeBron?
No, LeBron gonna score 40. He scored 40 in game 2. Had a triple-double. They can't win there.
I just don't like it when mom and dad fight.
I trust Boston Celtics in the Boston Garden.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so we got a Celtics, we got a LeBron.
Tonight, I'm actually with the truth, Mr. Big Shot.
Come on now.
I'm not mad at you.
I think the Boston Celtics, they're a different basketball team at home. They're undefeated this playoff. They score 15 more points. Their young players really flourish on their home floor. I think we're going to see a rejuvenated Jason Tatum, a more efficient Jaylen Brown. Remember at the second quarter, he made a bad decision when they had a 2-for-1 opportunity. How about this for home cooking? They missed 15 layups or dunks in the previous game.
Oh, that's not happening at home.
You just concentrate and you finish those buckets at home. So I think they're going to play with a lot more enthusiasm and a lot more productivity.
But of course you're going to trust LeBron. He'll probably get 40 tonight.
See, that
He'll probably get.
But I think, don't you think that was
enough.
the question, though, is do you trust LeBron, meaning do you trust LeBron to get enough done that his team walks away with a win tonight, right?
See, I didn't. I answered it
You
just
took it
to you.
literally.
I did, because
Why?
I actually feel like the Boston Celtics have the advantage tonight. I feel like they have the advantage tonight. Okay. But I trust LeBron James more than I trust this team that don't have a lot of experience.
This team that hasn't lost at home in the playoffs.
They haven't.
You don't trust them right there.
No, not more than LeBron James. Not more than LeBron James.
Of course he's going to play well. When has he not played well? He's going to play well.
Yeah. Can you tell him what the question was?
I got to be honest with you. I feel like I'm siding over here.
Yes.
But that's
because I feel like you're taking it literally. Like LeBron's going to.
How am I supposed to take a question?
Well, it's just.
Let me read this question. Should I read this question?
Okay, here's the deal. If we were in a court right now, I'm telling you, I would win this argument.
But when we say LeBron, you're going with LeBron to lead them to the victory.
Cavs.
And the Cavs.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Phillips,
I mean, you'll take LeBron anywhere, right? But do you trust LeBron to carry them to the win tonight in Boston? Yes or no?
So are we changing the question?
Yes or no?
I just answered the question.
Both of you Renaissance individuals, they've seen so many different movies and allow your personalities to flourish. You guys know about storylines. Y'all see what's happening right now?
No.
LeBron James Game 7 at the Boston Garden.
I'll take it.
That's what this is lining up for.
Absolutely.
The Celtics to play well.
Oh, you don't want to see him in a Game 7, but you want to see him in a Game 5.
I mean, LeBron James, you give him one game.
So you don't want to see him in Game 7, but you do in Game 5.
I personally want to see him, and I have seen him. I'm saying this.
You don't want to see that man right now. Cut it out, Paul.
Okay, I'm 10 pounds overweight since my
this is getting
Of course I don't want to see him.
10-2.
Guys, I don't want to get to the body shaming portion of tonight's festivities.
I can barely move.
TD Garden. in Boston, where not only is the current win streak alive, but also where the Celtics have not lost, with the series tied 2-2 since 2005. For more on the game, we welcome in
Hey,
DB. Okay,
Hey,
Doris, you're
everybody.
hearing these guys fight back and forth. We know Boston has looked very different on the road versus at home. What do they need to get back to tonight where they were before?
Well, I agree with Jalen Rose, which was rare when I was in your seat, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the young guys and how they were effective in games 1 and 2 here. And I'll start with Terry Rozier because, as Jalen touched on, the number of layups and dunks they missed, this guy in particular, multiple times in Cleveland, he was here. He just couldn't complete. Now, that's one heck of a play by Tristan Thompson, but I anticipate that he and Jaylen Brown, who just plays bully ball with Kyle Korver here at home, and the athleticism is apart versus the guy we saw who didn't take as good a shots on the road. I anticipate those young guys are going to play great here.
Well, let's just make it awkward and put a spotlight on one of them, because obviously playing as a team has been wonderful to watch, and they've done it well. But if you're picking out a guy that needs to step up the most this evening, who are you saying it is?
You know, believe it or not, I'm just really, my eyes are trained on Marcus Morris tonight. And the reason I say that, Michelle, is because I think he needs to defend without fouling, which was problematic in the last game. And I also believe when he scores the basketball, when he gets like 15 to 17, Boston goes to a different level. So that's the one guy I'm watching, Michelle.
All right, Doris, enjoy the game. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jalen, you agree?
Doris has on an expensive outfit. She was killing them. I'm not mad at her at all.
Don't be out in her
course she
business
does.
like that.
I'm just, was it Balsamain?
She got
or something?
style.
Yeah, I see she killing them. Bow down. I agree with her. This basketball team that Paul Pierce, they raised Paul Pierce's jersey, look a lot different to me when Morris plays with consistency. Like, when he's locked in and giving them that toughness and that productivity, they are different. But to me, the anchor's Al Horford. They've gotten a lot of confidence in Cleveland by feeling like Tristan Thompson can slow him down. And based on that, he's not necessarily getting the activity that he was getting in Boston, not only from the post, but from three-point range, because Kevin Love was primarily guarding him. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Can Al Horford be a difference maker? Of course, he's going to give you the effort, Mr. Big Shot, and the leadership, but they're going to need his points.
I'm going to be a little biased here. You know, I'm biased to point guards. I've seen Horford have some good moments. Brown, Tatum, they've had good moments in the series. I'm looking forward to Scary Terry. I think he needs to step it up a little bit. They picked on him a lot in switches on pick and roll situations. He's switching on the big guys, then re-switching and running all over the place. I need to see him offensively be able to attack and go to work, because they really are picking on him. And he's not a bad defender at all. He's just giving up a lot of height and weight in some of these mismatches on the switches. But offensively, I think he has an advantage. He's very shifty. He has a coach that puts him in great positions, and we just haven't seen him have one of those big nights that we've seen in prior to series.
But you're the godfather to all of these players in the league. Can you talk to your young boy, tell him to hold his ground a little bit? And can you talk to the Boston Celtics about helping them when LeBron James takes 2 or 3 dribbles? You might want to help Terry Rozier.
We won. I mean, the Boston Celtics have won games where LeBron has gone off for 40 points. You know, that's not the issue right there. LeBron is going to be LeBron. It's stopping these other guys. You can't let Kyle Korver come out here and be dominant. He's out here getting 3 blocks, shooting lights out from 3. You know, George Hill's getting double figures now all of a sudden. That's the key to the Cavs team. We all know that. But to me, it has to be Jason Tatum. He has to go out there and be aggressive from the start. When he's going out there, he scores 20, 25 points. They're nearly unbeatable. You know, this guy, he's ultra talented. He's the one guy outside of Terry and, you know, Jaylen Brown to some degree that can get his shot off in the half court. And we know when it comes down to half court possessions, he has to be the guy to get them a bucket, especially if he's matched up with Kyle Korver.
All 4 of you had a different answer. That's impressive.